Hi everyone, welcome back to Toys TV. Thanks for the suggestion yesterday to do Bubba from Pixar Cars video games and Racerama. And we're gonna make Bubba today, and I'm gonna use this picture here and this picture here to try and get it look exactly like Bubba. Now I'm gonna use a large mater because Bubba is quite a bit bigger than a regular mater. So we're gonna, first all I'm gonna do is cut these lights off the roof, and then I'm gonna take his engine out. I'll do that right now. There, his engine's gone. I'm going to fill that in with Play-Doh right down over the front bumper here to make it look just like it's here. Then I'm going to do his eyes over, make them look mean, and put some sort of beak here, like a Play-Doh again. Same idea. I'm going to cover this whole thing and make a beak. Then I'm going to paint that dark brown, leave the same color, and color in this here the same color. I'm going to paint the toe cage gray, and all this will be the same color. So we're going to, and the wheels will be all it's kind of like a reddish brown, red actually, like a deep red. Okay, so we're gonna get started right now. And first thing I'm gonna do is cover this whole thing with Play-Doh, and then cut these lights off and make a hat. Okay, let's get ready. But first, if this is your first time to our channel, we're taking cars. We're not ruining them. We're just taking the cars from Pixar Cars and changing them into something else. This is Candace. She actually was Sally, and this, believe it or not, is Tater Jr. and that's Tater. Two cars from Racerama, and there's retired Lightning McQueen. And over here we have Primer Smokey. There's Mario Andretti, Jackson Storm Mario Andretti, and Lightning McQueen Mario Andretti. And we make all kinds of these cars, so thanks very much for the suggestions for everybody sending in the ideas. I really appreciate that, and it makes my job easier. Look, there's a Halloween series. Here's Pumpkin Sally. And this one here, that is El Guapo from Cars movie, and there is the car from Cars 3 that Doc Hudson flipped over. This is Leroy Hemming, okay? He flipped over the top of him and beat him in the race, okay? So let's get the Play-Doh out and fill this in here and fill this whole thing in and cut those lights off and make, I don't know, make a hat somehow. First of all, off go the lights. I got these nice little side cutters. One, two. This will never be used again as mater, so it doesn't matter. I can cut them right off. And four. The last light's coming off. Perfect. Then I can cover the whole thing with a flat layer of Play-Doh and make a beak out of it there. And then I got the Play-Doh right here. Let's fill that thing in, see if we can start shaping it like Bubba. Ready? Here goes. I'm gonna make a big engine hood on top of this guy because it's really shaped really nice. Get lots of Play-Doh in here. Some people want me to use clay, and that's a good idea too. I can use the clay, but clay you have to bake in the oven and it takes a long time to get hard, so I didn't really want to. I just want to go with just the Play-Doh because it does a good job and it's fast and it sticks really nice, and you can shape it any way you want. Actually, it's pretty good. I gotta make this as nice as I can because there's kind of a bump in the hood in the middle, like it rises up really high, and I'm gonna have to paint this whole thing with a different color brown, I think, like almost a reddish brown. Okay, I'm gonna shape the hood right now into a big shape I got there and push this in to hide his teeth. I have to make new teeth on this guy too because Bubba has different teeth than Mater and different eyes completely. He has kind of like a mean looking eyes because Bubba, remember Bubba, he found Mater's engine hood when they were playing one day in the movie, in the show I mean, and him and another fella were playing with it and wouldn't give it back to him. Then they got tired of playing with it and just tossed it into the trees. But Red came over with his fire hose and got the engine hood down for Mater. There, let's have a look at that, see if it's close. It's pretty close. A little flatter on the top, that's all. Flatten this out. And then I can get the paint out. It's gonna take a lot of paint, but I got lots of paint. The headlights are gray, I'm not worried about that. And the bumper's gray, and everything else, the windows are gray. He doesn't have any mirrors, so I have to cut the mirrors off too, so hang on. I'll cut them off right now. I'll just pull them right out, I guess. There's one gone, and here comes the other one. Like I said, I'm not ruining these toys, I'm turning them into something else. There, both mirrors are gone now. See, perfect. And now I can fix this up again where I kind of flatten it again. See if I can get this just right for painting. It's kind of a reddish color actually. There. I'll paint the whole thing the same color. Then I'll work on the grill and doing the designs. What do you think? Okay? Perfect. Let's come back and get the paint out. We'll paint this gray. This whole thing will be red. But first, I better make a hat. I'm going to use the same Play-Doh and squash this down here just to cover up those. Well, I got way too much here, obviously. Way too much. Cover up the lights that I chopped off with my pliers, and I'll stick this out to make a beak. That's a big beak. It might be too big. I don't know. It's not too bad. I can shape it a little better. And this is gonna be Bubba, the bad guy from Racerama, was it? Racerama or the Cars video game? I forget. Somebody knows all the answers, I don't know them. So that looks pretty good, guys. That's a cool hat. What do you think? Not bad. Okay, what we need now is lots and lots of paint to cover this whole thing up, and then I can start doing the details. Okay, so it's gonna take a while to paint. So let's get ready. We need a whole lot of it. Well, I mixed up quite a bit of paint. See, it's not bad. Pretty close. Let's take the car now and paint the whole thing. I have to zoom out, guys. I'm sorry I can't zoom in like I always do. I want to make sure you can see the whole thing. I'm gonna paint this. Oh, it's a beautiful color. It's perfect. Any of you guys that know who Bubba is? Does this look like the right color or what? It wasn't even that hard to mix up. I just guessed it's in colors brown and orange and red all mixed together, a whole lot of it. And do the toe cage in gray too. This has to look a bit like Bubba. It's gonna be hard, but once I get the facial things done, it'll look a lot more like him. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun doing this here. It's gonna be a long video too, so I hope you don't mind watching the whole thing, and please stay and watch the whole thing. I really appreciate that. It makes a huge difference in my watch time, and I keep telling you guys how important that is. It's very important, the watch time, because YouTube bases everything on watch time these days. I'm gonna fix the eyes up later with some white. They gotta be really, really cool eyes. I'm just gonna cover them up a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna end up completely doing them anyway, so I'm gonna cover the eyes completely up and paint new eyes on. This whole thing's gonna be one color first, except for the windows. I can leave them gray, and the toe cage. I'm gonna make that gray, just to match. Yes, and the wheels have to be painted the same color. I'm gonna try and do this right now without having to do the tires if I can. Just rusty old wheels. What do you think of that? Good idea? Yes. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's gonna be cool. Wow, nice. Okay, the other side, I'm gonna just do it this way instead of spinning because they're too big to spin. I don't know what this mater was. I found them at the flea market again and took them home. It was only a couple of dollars. Didn't work, so I said, what the heck? Doesn't matter. So I'm gonna paint the top too. I'm gonna fix it up later with the black beak on the hat. That's okay. And see if I can get as close as I can to looking like Bubba without people guessing what he is. And one headlight, I'll leave it there. That's perfect. Bubba's looking good. I forgot under here, and I'll fix that later anyway, but doesn't matter. I gotta patch it up right first, and then I'll cover it with black. In the eyes, I'll have to put another coat. Actually, you know what? Once it dries, I'll fix that up. Here we go. Whoa, there's Mater. He's pretty much on his way to being Bubba. Getting close. Close color too. Wow. Okay, we'll leave that dry under the heat lamp, and then we'll come back and put some finishing touches on it. Okay, while we're waiting for that, Bubba has a completely gray toe cage, so I'm just going to cover this whole thing gray. We don't get any on there if I can. I don't want to get any on the mess. On Bubba, I mean. And, oh, anybody see that? I put the brush right into the brown paint. I'll fix it up a little later too. We'll touch that up, no problem. Cover this whole thing up gray, so it looks like the toe cage is gray. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping by and watching the videos. I appreciate that. It's really a lot of fun making these, and I appreciate you dropping by and sending ideas in all the time. It's really neat. And especially I love the premieres, because without that I wouldn't know what you guys want to make. And you're sending me ideas and sending me text message, not text, but comments, and telling me what you want to see. It's really helping out, because you guys, I'm the guy doing the channel, and you guys want to watch the video, so I'll make what you want, right? That's the way it should be. Good. Oh, I can't touch it now. That looks like pretty good actually from the side. I'll fix this mirror here so it's nice and gray. Not the mirror, the window. And this side, I'm not going to do the back because that's where I'm holding on to it. And I'll fix this window. That paint is not dry, as you can see, so I may have to come back and touch that up later. Okay, let's put the heat lamp on this and dry it out so we can get some work done. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do now, I got my knife. I'm going to make kind of a line across the top of his head to show his head, his roof to show his hat. So I want this to be black, this part. Oh, sorry, my hand's right in the way. It's going to be black, this whole thing. The rest is going to be brown. I can make a nice divider line right there to show his hat, just like in the picture. Can you see that okay? Look. And on the engine hood, there's a line right down the middle here, center of the hood. And it goes right down over the front like that there. See, I'll leave that there and I'll cover that with some more brown paint later. And there's also some grills right here, right off the center, kind of like moon shaped, like this here. They're gonna be gray, on each side. And let's see, there's teeth down there too. This Play-Doh is good to work with, see, because I can actually use it right now. And there's teeth way down on the bottom, way down under here. Like it's kind of a weird smile like this here. Like that. And there's teeth sticking right here that are white. Kind of pointed teeth. I'll paint them white. Kind of weird looking teeth for this guy. He's kind of a hard looking guy anyway. So Bubba. And the two headlights are gray. So this is gray, that's gray. And the teeth are white. And the smile is kind of the same color as the body actually. So let's get the black paint out and do this beak first. And then we'll work on the eyes in a little while. I haven't decided what to do there. So let's get the gray out and do the front in the white. Okay, we're all set nice and close so you can see everything. I'm gonna make the teeth right now. Oh, that was close. I almost fell in the paint, but I missed. A little bit of white here. Really spiky teeth. Now I'm not sure they're joined together. It's just a 3 teeth in a row. Yes, just 3 teeth, and they go just like this here. That's pretty cool. Looks good. Hang on, one more little mark here. There, that's just 3 teeth. That's all he's got showing. What do you think of that so far? I think that looks pretty good. If you're chatting along, say hi in the chat and tell me what you think. And there's gray in these 2 grill spots up here. I'm gonna cover them in completely, like this here. They're pretty neat. And the other one looks a bit almost the same. Actually, I made them different sizes, didn't I? So I may have to adjust my my lines a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. That looks pretty cool. And the headlights, this one has 2 headlights. Mater only had 1. Remember that? Mater had 1 headlight. What was the only thing Mater was scared of? Mater was only scared of one thing. The ghost light. Remember that? But he's also scared of Bubba. Because Bubba was a kind of an antagonist in the show. Well, not sure what show it was, but that's what I read online before I did the video, obviously. There's 1 headlight. This looks pretty darn good, guys. And here comes the other one here. I'm going to fill the whole thing in gray so it kind of matches the other side. Because the other one's kind of a bulb, like a real headlight. Mater has 1 missing headlight he lost a long time ago. And I have no idea what happened to it. Does anybody know what happened to his headlight? Let me know. Okay, so now the bottom bumper is all gray. Thank goodness the paint dried. Because it was wet a few minutes ago when I checked it. Let's see if I can get all across here. Gray, beautiful gray. Okay, wow, looking pretty good. Gee, that's one of my best ones. I think I say that all the time, don't I? One of my best ones ever, yeah. I say that every time. Bubba. I never heard of Bubba. I heard of Bubba Wheelhouse. He's over there somewhere in that pile of cars I made last year. I don't know where he's at, and I wouldn't even know where to look for what he looks like unless I looked it up. Now, there's no line on the smile. All I'll do now is do his eyes, and what I'm going to do now is draw some sort of a white outline up here on his eyes. What do you mean? It starts here in the corner, and it goes right down. Well, actually, there's a center line in this guy. It goes right down to here, and it's really mean looking. Right down to the middle, and I'll put in the eyeballs later. The eye spots. Good, perfect. Cover that in right nice. So thanks again. I'm gonna keep saying thanks for watching. If you're still here watching and you really like the video, that's a lot. That means a lot. Thanks very much. And keep giving me ideas, because this one I never would have thought of Bubba. I never heard of Bubba until this morning. And I was gonna make it on Saturday. It's a long video, but once I got it in my mind, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I said, well, I'm gonna make Bubba right now. I'll have him up on Halloween Day. And whenever you're watching this now, it's not Halloween, obviously, unless you're watching it the same day it's gone up, which is today. And I'm gonna make a big line down the middle when this dries and put 2 eyeballs in there. So that looks pretty mean, hey, doesn't it? It's pretty good. Okay, we'll leave that dry and we'll come back. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna put black on the roof. Not on the roof, but on his hat. It's in black right here. Just the hat part, not the roof. Just this part here. I call that a hat. He's wearing a hat for some reason. Did you ever see a car with a hat? Kind of hard to believe, wouldn't it? But I guess it happened somewhere in the world. Guy's wearing a hat. There, it's a big brush. Won't take very long. Gee. Look at that. Perfect. All he needs now is some eyes in there. And other than that, Bubba's just about done. Gee, just got to fix those eyes up in a few minutes when that dries and we'll be all set. Take a break now. Okay, these are the kind of eyes I'm trying to get, okay? So I'm going to try and get that exact look on this guy. So let me get the paint ready. I'm gonna put a line in the middle first between, so line in the windshield pillar actually that kind of separates it. So let's zoom in right there first. We gotta get that done first. Right down the middle here, there's a line. Goes right up against, oh, a little too thick, I think. And then it goes across. Really mean looking like this here. See if I can get that perfect. I think they chose the wrong brush for this here. But I'll see if I can work it out. Well, that looks pretty mean. That's probably the right brush. Look at that. Okay, see, that's close. Not too bad. I think I can go down a little bit more on this here. A little mean looking like this here. Alright, that looks pretty good. And I can put the eyeballs in the middle. I got the brown paint all ready for that. Let's leave it dry for a few minutes first. And while that's drying in the heat lamp, I found Bubba Wheelhouse. The other Bubba. This is one of the NASCAR cars from Cars 3. I made him a long time ago. I think that's out of Miguel Camino, not quite sure. You can tell me who it is. Good, so that's still drying under the heat lamp. Get the eyes nice and dry before I add the eyeballs to it. Okay, now the hard part. I got some brown paint all mixed up here to match the color of the brown eyes that Bubba has. I'm going to try and draw it right in here. Can you see that okay? Perfect. Better be lined up perfectly. It's going to be half eyes up here and down here. And have you round it this way. Can't go outside the margins. And same on the other side. I'll put the black dots in the middle. There it goes. Oh, that comes really good. Check that out. Can you see it okay there? Now, all it needs now is a black dot in the middle, and Bubba will be done. See if I can get that right in the middle of the brown paint without making a big mess. You ready? This is just wet. Look at that. Perfect. One more. Beautiful. There. Look at Bubba. He's finished. Let's clean this up and have a look. Hope you think it looks great too. Well, there's one picture I've used of Bubba to make the car, and there's the other picture, and I want to show you our version. There is Mater as Bubba, and here is another Mater, and here is young Mater. Remember, he found Mater's hood. This is a big bad Bubba. What do you think of that, guys? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions of how Bubba looks. Do you think he looks like the real Bubba, or is that just close enough? What do you think of that? Send in your comments and your suggestions, and whatever else you have to say. Thanks very much. I'm not ruining the cars. Somebody said I'm ruining them. I'm not ruining them. I'm just making them into something else. And there's young Mater from the old days. Look at the difference in size. And there's Going Away Mater, and Tater and Tater Jr. A whole bunch of cars here. Look at that. Thanks for suggesting that. I had no idea who that was, but he looks pretty darn good. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.